we have the potential to be the top team in the nation.
I truly believe that we would have been the national champions. We would have absolutely slayed the competition.
I don't think about anything else on the water when I'm out there.
There is a huge adrenaline rush.
And to be on the top and know that you're the best in the region is a pretty cool feeling.
Nothing on the outside mattered while I was riding.
For the past 6 years, Central Washington University has recognized a group of students that are dead set on a dream of conquering waves.
We're the Central Wake sports team, and this is our story.
And what a story it's been for this team that a couple of years ago faced a financial setback of, for them, epic proportions.
And we were pretty stoked about nationals, but it was pretty disappointing when we found out that we wouldn't have enough funds to make it down there. A lot of people were crushed.
Crushed, yes, but after spending the early months of 2009 streamlining a broken process, for Lund, decisions were ultimately made.
Coming into the year, we knew that we would have to up the dues, obviously, a little bit to be able to do things that we want to do, make the club and the club members a little bit more happy. I mean, it was a tough decision to make, but in the end, it benefited everyone.
And did it ever? Central, with a newfound fervor, went on to decimate the competition, taking regionals and Chico, California by storm. But winning regionals wasn't enough for a team that felt they still had so much to prove.
Taking first place at regionals down in Chico this last fall actually was a huge confidence builder for the team. You know, a lot of the California schools kind of wrote it off that we were just kind of there to do whatever. They didn't really take us seriously as competitors, and then we just kind of let our riding speak for itself, you know.
That wasn't any more evident for this high-riding team when news came that Thomas Olson, arguably their best rider, broke his leg.
I kind of feel like I let them down by going out and screwing around and breaking my leg, which, you know, that's kind of an unforeseeable thing, but at the same time, you could tell everyone was bummed and everyone was kind of like down in the dumps about it.
But how? After battling through funding issues, adopting a new approach, and now injury, could this team rise to the occasion with so much at stake?
When he went down, it was really hard, but we focused and we worked hard and got the riders that are kind of lower seated on the team up to where they need to be.
With the loss of Olson to an unforeseen injury, most teams may just yield to the pressures increasing the closer they get to nationals. But this band of players didn't quit or even complain in the face of certain uncertainties. Instead, they did what it is that they do best, hitting the weight room and the water more determined than ever.
Training is a big part of what we're doing in the competition setting, especially because, I mean, we usually only get a chance to ride maybe 2 or 3 times a week at most. So, I mean, we definitely have to offset that, spending time in the gym, doing a lot of fine tuning, making sure that our legs are staying strong, injury prevention, and a lot of making sure that that our cardio's up too. You know, like, you'd be surprised at how winded you get at the end of a run. So.
With the downright cold temperatures of eastern Washington keeping them off the waters for months at a time, innovation and dedication become the inner fire that breeds their conscience. When the snow melts and the weather lightens, usually around mid-March, returning to the water becomes their top priority, with nationals a mere 2 months away. It's what this team is trained for since their surprising victory to others, mind you, back in Chico, California. And what about those countless hours in the gym and on that trampoline? And without Olson to help give this team an edge, well, it all finally came together.
I'm stoked on what we did, and honestly, if we don't do as well next year, I'm not going to let it get us down. That whole competition and experience in itself is amazing, and just to be down there and have the chance to represent your school, the Wildcats, it's a pretty cool feeling.
For a team that was virtually unknown in many circles coming into this past year, a third-place finish at Nationals 2010 leaves an even hungrier team staring at 2011. A wakeboarding instructor by trade, Eddie Roberts knows this young team is poised for very big things.
This season, basically, I really just want to kind of focus on supplying the team riders more opportunities to ride, as well as giving a bit more coaching, you know, because everyone's riding like at a really solid level for where they're at, you know, but if we can just get some things a little bit more consistent, some of the girls are just like right on the verge of learning a ton of new tricks.
And if you could, in any way, bottle these words from a humble president, you too might just understand the ride that it's been.
The future for our club is endless. We're just starting out. Everything's just getting going.
Not bad for a team that's perched now towards the top of the national scene, proving they finally belong to those that have stood in their way and doing it all with class.